This is the former head of Mossad. Perhaps I need to remind everyone they committed. He's going to be talking about that crazy terror attack in Lebanon, the largest terror attack in decades, where they blew up the pagers in the pockets of thousands of people in Lebanon, killing, maiming children, doctors, nurses, a mass terror attack committed by Israel, and they're bragging about it.
Surprises?
Yeah.
Like mean intelligence surprises?
Pages, walkie-talkies. You know how many equipment, treated equipment do we have in these countries? You don't. I do.
You mean you mean booby-trapped equipment?
Not only booby-trapped.
And spying.
Manipulated equipment.
He's saying, we have, and he means booby-trapped, but I think he didn't want to admit that it was all just bombs, but manipulated equipment, spying in order to spy, in order to blow them up if they see fit. He could be lying to get people scared, right? To get people afraid of criticizing Israel. And the guy asks an interesting question. If you've got all these devices ready to blow up in any country.
All right.
In which countries are you talking about?
In all the countries that you can imagine.
This is all breaks international law. It's war crimes. It's terrorism. It's flat out dictionary definition of terrorism. And this former head of the Mossad is admitting it.
And not Gaza?
Not Gaza.
That's an interesting question, huh? If you're telling the truth that you have booby-trapped all the devices around the world, why would you not do any in Gaza?
Nothing in Gaza at all.
Did you see that? If we had it, we knew something about them coming. Something, right? I would have sold them everything. Just everything.
He's saying this proves that we didn't know that Hamas was coming on October 7th. Now, we know absolutely they knew Hamas was coming for a multitude of reasons, but perhaps the most obvious one is that even the New York Times, even the pro-Israel New York Times has reported that Israel got a long, 70-page document detailing Hamas's attack a year ahead of time. New York Times reported that, meaning that is known. That's very known. That's not even, you don't even have to go to the edge of the internet to see that Israel had the details of the October 7th attack a year in advance. But he's trying to say, look, this proves we didn't know shit, or we would have had all of their devices booby-trapped. But it could prove two things. It could also prove that you are lying when you say you have devices in all of the countries. I imagine that's the truth. They don't have devices in all of the countries. They successfully were able to interrupt the production of these devices that went to Lebanon, to some to Hezbollah, some to doctors' pockets, etc. But that doesn't mean that they got into the production of every device fucking everywhere. It's bullshit. What he's saying, it proves they didn't know anything. I say it proves he's speaking bullshit, which is what CIA, Mossad's like CIA. It's what Mossad or CIA would do. But the other thing it could prove is that you wanted it to not look like you knew Hamas was coming. If Hamas committed October 7th, and then all of a sudden you blew up all their pockets, might seem like you knew something. It also undermines his bullshit claim that they have them all over the world, because that would imply that you're only selling them to countries you know are going to do something to you, which is what? Every country is doing something to you? Because you just said they're in all the countries. I think that the reality of this is he's bullshitting to make everyone afraid that Israel has booby-trapped your pocket, and he got caught in it. To me, that's what this idiot is saying.
And you can't imagine the quantity when I have invented that method. That was in 2002 to 2004.
The pager method.
The manipulated equipment method.
The pager terrorism, you mean? Method. Method's a nice euphemism.
Okay. We have already used it. Manipulated equipment. In Second Lebanon War, some of the elements were speaking to us.
How did you use it?
On a glass of water.
He's a sick fuck, but they're willing to brag about we will commit terror acts around the world because they are a terror state. And I did an article recently on Substack. Could you even imagine if Israel didn't exist? Could you dream up a more terrorist state than Israel? And I go through the list. What kind of country you'd have to invent to come up with a more terrorist state. And anyway, if you want to read that list, it's at realleecamp.substack.com.